Well, I got it in the mail today. I was surprised. Um, that's what it says. The best thing you could do for your engine. And I'll tell you, that is the truth. It was packaged very well. Real happy with the way it came. It was all packaged really nice in foam and paper and everything, so there's no damage. I just wanted to go over a few things. This stuff I bought on Summit. This was the plug I was telling you about that goes into the block. And the part number here is General Motors part number for the plug if you're interested in doing it. It looks like it's 1256 1663. Or is that a 5? Yeah, okay. 1256 1663. And that's the part number for the plug for the block. And these are, I got from Summit Racing. They're plugs. They're like plastic rubber plugs. And that'll plug off that line coming out of that one line I told you about. You clamp it for the radiator hose that comes down to the oil cooler. That'll plug that off. So that'll eliminate that. So we're square on that. Like I said, I had to get this is a 3/4 drive, pretty size thing, hefty size. It's a 17 millimeter for this to go in. And that's 17 millimeter. And that's a pretty big size. And Sears didn't have it. It's 17 there. Sears didn't have it, but I had to go to Harbor Freight Tools, and of course I had to buy the whole set, which, I mean, I don't mind. It's metric. I don't have a set of metric 3/4 hex drive sets, so it's good to have anyway. And of course, this is the oil cooler. It was very well quality oil cooler. 19 row. It's all you need because, mounting's going to be an issue. Of course, you got to make stuff. You got to fabricate stuff. You don't want to get any lower than 19. 19, 25 row. 25 row would be probably probably got that much further, and that would cause problems mounting it in front of the radiator. I'm going to have to go to Home Depot tomorrow and buy some angle iron and, custom fabricate angle brackets so I can mount this in front of the radiator. They give you plenty of hose. It's 10 AN hose, which is a pretty big size hose, and it's already fittings are already on there. And this is the block for the LS motors. It comes with the gasket that you need, all the stuff. That's the shim gasket that goes between that's where the oil filter is, and where the old oil cooler is. It comes out, goes around, but that's it right there. And that's a 10 AN as well. That's good size, decent fittings. They give you plenty of hose. I did measure it under there. And the hoses are about 5 3/4 feet, and the other ones are all close to 6 feet long. So you got plenty of hose. The main thing, like I said, you're going to have to custom fabricate a bracket, which will mount to here, some screws, get some stainless screws, bend some angle iron, fabricate and then drill. Of course, you got to drill and then mount that in front of the radiator. And but it's very well quality. So far, it looks pretty good. I'm not going to get involved in this today because the day is almost over. It's 6 o'clock here almost. It's going to be getting dark outside, and of course I'm in the garage, but I'd rather do this during the day, and I don't feel like messing with it today. The car is still hot from today's run. So maybe tomorrow, if not, definitely next weekend. I'm going to go ahead and get this thing put on, and that's going to drop that oil temperature. But everything was bought on Summit Racing. So you might want to go check on there if you're interested. But they still sell a slim one of these. It's $119. If I have any issues with this, I may have to go with it. But when I went under the car, it looks like it was okay. It was plenty of room. So they have one that's like half the size, slim. It's called the Slim oil block for the LS motors. But the bolt pattern is still the same for LS1, LS2, LS3, LSX. But I shouldn't have an issue. So we'll try to mount that one, the one they gave us with the kit. But other than that, I got all the parts, and of course you need to do this too. This is this stops, when you run the hoses after a long period of time, two together, they'll shimmy, they'll flex. So what it does, it separates. It'll keep the hoses, apart from each other. I probably should order. If I'm going to do this next week, I may order maybe a couple of these because it keeps the hoses together, you know, from rubbing from each other, you know, being too close. I may go ahead and order 2 more of those. That's pretty common to get. So, yeah, I don't plan on doing this probably until next weekend. So I may go ahead and go order that. But I got all the stuff I need. The plugs, the plug for the block, the tool to put it in, the hoses, and of course this. And I'm going to have to go to Home Depot and get some material and custom fabricate the mounting for the cooler. And next video you'll probably see it all installed.